Welcome, and I'm happy to report we have a 100% success rate with the 113 people we served last year. Every family who completed our program was able to move into their own home. We added another 35 families to our rental assistance program. Our community is doing great things, and I'm excited you'll spend a couple minutes learning how it all comes together.
Hi, I'm Tom Sherman. I'm the president of the Board of Trustees of the Salem Interfaith Hospitality Network, and I've been a volunteer through my congregation with the network for about 12 years. The mission of Salem Interfaith Hospitality Network states that we are congregations practicing hospitality to stand together against homelessness and see lives changed, including our own. And I know my life has changed through this work, and I hope yours has too, in a really good way.
I'm a volunteer coordinator here at First United Methodist Church for Interfaith, and I just joined a group. There are 4 of us here that do it. I just feel like I have to give back to the people around me that are homeless. I work in a school, and so I have a lot of these kids in my classes, and that's why I do it.
When our church is working at Interfaith Hospitality Network and hosting Hospitality Network, what I do is I cook. I cook this hamburger stew, and it gets my fabulous culinary skills out into the open. Really, the real reason that I am a part of Interfaith Hospitality Network is because it is a way for me to live out my faith. And it is a way for me to live out the gospel in a way that is concrete. And so I love Interfaith Hospitality Network for that reason, because it's something that helps me live out my faith in the world.
The ministry is shared with the entire community, with each church hosting 3 to 4 times a year. Each week on a rotating basis, congregations like yours open their places of worship to provide meals, shelter, and compassionate assistance to families facing homelessness. We also provide transportation for families to be picked up from church in the morning and then brought back after a hard day of work or school.
A family's first day at Salem Interfaith Hospitality Network is a good day. We let the family know that we're happy to have them here. We welcome them in, and we begin that intake process. It consists of just sitting down and hearing their story. We listen to them share perhaps where they spent the previous night or what their experience of homelessness has been the week leading up to them joining us. That tells us a lot about a family. It helps us to get to know them and begins setting that stage for the hospitality and the support and the care that we're going to give the family going forward. Maybe make sure that they've had something to eat. Sometimes our families come in and they haven't had a chance to eat for a day or two. And then make sure that they have toiletries and see if they need a shower. We would make sure that they would have bedding, any other clothing that they would need before they head over to the church in the evening. So that first day when a family comes in, there's, as you can imagine, a lot of transition and turmoil and change, as well as they're trying to get to know the other families and to know kind of the routine. So that first day can be quite a bit for any family to have to undertake in the process of being here at a shelter.
Life at the day center, when we get done with work, we come back, and that's usually a time we get laundry done. When we have the kids with us, it's a time we get the kids bathed. Then there's always chores to do around the place, and dishes. And then there's meeting with Julie, going over our family plans, working out goals.
We all know homelessness can be really hard on kids. For many people, pets are family, and parents would be forced to ask the question before they come into a shelter: do we keep our family together, or do we surrender our beloved dog or cat? It's more than a family should go through. We decided to do something about that, and in October of 2015, we opened our on-site pet facility where the entire family could stay together, even the furry ones.
The last one was about interviews, about job interviews and landlord interviews. The landlord interviews were actually beneficial yesterday. I made sure I shook his hand correctly and was able to talk with him without being nervous or whatnot. The budgeting class was interesting. we actually learned a new way to budget, and we actually have saved like a lot. The budgeting is definitely going to stay. Definitely going to stay.
Renter's insurance?
Not for me, it's not.
Okay.
I thought it would, yeah, but only because I've lived 10 years with insurance on my
Yeah.
house, you know.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a given for me,
Sure.
but it might be just, I've done it for 10 years,
Yeah.
you know, so, and most renters require it now anyway.
Yeah, some landlords do and some don't. I mean, you kind of go either way because, I mean, depending on your values again and how much risk you want to take, right? So if you go and you rent without renter's insurance and the apartment catches on fire and you lose everything, that, you know, $50 a month or whatever it ends up being is going to be worth a lot more than having to replace everything.
It was and it is an opportunity for families to sit down and take a hard look at where they are, where they're going, and what they would like to accomplish and see in the days ahead. We need to look at things more long term and not just immediate. And that was one thing that that program really helped us to see, okay? They said that they will pay rent, or this voucher program is here for us 5 to 6 months where they would pay a great portion, we would pay a small portion. Now what we're going to do with the rest of the money? So literally it allowed us to say, okay, we're going to take bulks of money and put it away. So when this program ends, that it won't be the end of us. It won't be that, you know, we shut down. No, we've learned a lot. When we got our keys and we left the day center, yeah, it was a hoorah, hooray. I'm so grateful. Yes, time. And it was awesome.
A number of congregations. We have 18 congregations who host and 16 supporting congregations with many, many volunteers like yourselves who open your doors to families to provide a comfortable place to relax and sleep, a wholesome meal, and just really a sense of belonging and support that is so important to families during this time. So we thank you for that.
Hey, so are we done? Okay, good. I'm glad I showered today.
Me too.